Hey guys, it's Elizabeth with Teacher Su Ching, and today I'm going to talk to you about the top reasons I hear that teachers start an online Etsy store. So, first of all, it's to earn extra income, right? That's why you might want to put your time and passion into creating products for Etsy because it's worth it with the extra income. We all know that teachers are not known to get paid buku money, and so the extra income is definitely a reason why teachers might want to start an Etsy store. Maybe you love teaching, but you just need a little more money in the budget. So that is the first reason I hear why teachers start Etsy stores. The next reason is to monetize the resources that they already have. So, as an educator, there's lots of things that you've created for your classroom. You couldn't find just what you were looking for. And so you made it exactly how you wanted it. And those things are just living on your computer and Google Drive on the cloud somewhere. And you know that other teachers would be interested in buying that resource from you, and you already have made it. So it's fun to sell things that are just sitting there collecting dust on your computer. The third reason I hear is to create passive streams of income. If you're not familiar with this term, that means passive streams of income means something that earns you money that you don't have to like trade your time for the money. So with teaching, we go in, we teach, we get a paycheck for that. That's called W-2 work. And a lot of jobs are like that. But with passive income, it's something you build on the front end and then it pays you in the future. So, yes, it takes time and energy and effort to build the things that you're going to post in your Etsy store, but then it pays you dividends in the future. You know, when you make that Christmas product and then every Christmas you can keep selling that digital download, that becomes a passive stream of income. The fourth reason is to help more teachers and students. We all got into this profession because we are people. We love people. And with an online Etsy store, you can just help more people. You can help people not in the United States. I've sold to 52 countries in my first year as a digital download seller on Etsy. And that just blows my mind. I don't think I could name 52 countries. And so it's just great to be able to help people with your Etsy store. Number five is to gain financial freedom and flexibility. We all know people in our lives who are kind of stuck in their job and they don't really love it anymore, but they don't really know what else to do. And so, having an online Etsy store, it just gives you that flexibility in the future. If something comes up, if someone in your family, God forbid, gets sick, or you decide that, you know, the new administrator and you just can't figure it out, having the backup income that comes from an Etsy store could be just what you need in the future for that flexibility. Number six, as an art teacher, I love expressing my creativity and my passion. And my Etsy store is one way that I get to scratch that itch. So, this is my eighth year in the same role at school. And I really feel like, you know, things are clicking. Every year I change some things, but overall, um, I know like what artworks we're going to study in first grade and in second grade and third grade. And so, this is just a new way for me to be creative and to express that. Number seven, to reduce teacher burnout. This is something we're hearing a lot about is teachers are just tired. We are, and it's beyond tired. It's like stressed emotionally and we're just drained and exhausted. And it's mentally taxing to be a teacher these days. And so um, this is just one of those ways that, you know, it creates a little financial room. It helps us to do something we're passionate about. So I think both of those can help reduce teacher burnout. Gain entrepreneurial skills and business skills. Definitely something I did not have before Etsy. I just knew about teaching kids and coming to school and doing my best building relationships with them. I did not know about all the things that it means to be a business owner, marketing, advertising, and the awesome thing about Etsy is that their platform really helps you with all of that, taxes, goodness sakes, all that. So definitely the platform I would choose. Last night I was talking to a friend about this and she was saying, how do people from other countries who don't speak English how do they communicate with you on Etsy? And I was like, well, Etsy just, translates it into their language, and then their message gets translated into my language. And so I love that about Etsy. It's just such a user-friendly platform. Number 9, you get to work on your own terms and your own schedule. So a lot of teachers do have a side hustle or a second job to help meet, just the ends of the budget. And with this, you really can choose when to work. I'm a morning person, so I like to work in the morning. I have friends who are night owls, and they would definitely probably choose to work then. But if there's a day I'm sick, I don't have to worry about taking a day off from Etsy. I can just do it on my own time, and just little by little work on my Etsy shop and grow it that way. Number 10, build a future beyond the classroom. So this kind of comes back to what we've already talked about, but um, you never know what could happen. If you This year, I might have been asked to go back into the special education room, and that was scary. It's been 10 years since I've taught special education, and a long time since I've written an IEP. And so you never know what can happen in this career and your family life. And so just having that future out there. And I think too, when I retire, I don't really see myself coming back as a substitute teacher, especially not if it was not in the district that I've taught in, because relationships are so important to me and my classroom management. So I feel like Etsy's something I could do even after I retire from teaching. And then just to end this video, I would love to hear which of these reasons speaks to you most. Which one resonates with your heart of why you're intrigued about Etsy? All right, thanks so much.